Okay, these next ones go back to the 1/2 x. All right. So I got this little negative in front. What does that little negative do for us, Jenna?
It reflects on the x.
Yep. That's x-axis reflection. Then, if you notice with the x, there is no little negative on this one. So, we just have x minus 2. Kendrick, what does the x minus 2 do for us? It's okay. So like on this one, the x plus 2 shifted it left 2. There you go. So x minus 2, you just take whatever that exponent is, set it equal to 0, and solve. It's a positive 2, so that's why it shifts right 2. And then Hazella, what does the plus 2 do?
It shifts up 2.
There you go. Question? Okay, so looking at those things, we know that we have, this one is 1/2 to the x. That's just your basic decay that we had earlier. And that's your x and y. And the next one's going to be that negative 1/2 to the x minus 2 plus 2. So what I want you to do is write down how that changes x and y in there. Is it negative x plus 5, y minus 4, whatever it is. So you can come up with what you're going to do with x's and y's. Okay, Tyler, what's going to happen to the x?
We're going to add 2.
Yep, so it's going to be x plus 2, and that's because it shifts to the right 2. What about the y, Amaria?
Add 2.
You are going to add 2 because it shifts up 2. Anything else?
Negative y.
It's going to be a negative y because of the x-axis reflection. That means if it's flipping up from up here, it's going to flip to down here, which changes the y. So it's negative y plus 2. Good. So now we're going to pick up the points from negative 1/2 x. They were on the very first page that we did. And they were negative 2, 4, negative 1, 2, 0, 1, 1, 1/2, and then 2 and 1/4. So we're going to add 2 to x for each one, change the sign of y, and add 2 for each one to get our new ordered pairs. Okay, so Jose, for the first one, what did you get for x?
0.
Because it's -2 and then +2, which would be 0. Good. Shelby, what did you get for y?
-2.
That is right. Because you plug -4 in for, or +4, sorry, in for this, which makes it -4 plus 2, which is -2. Good. X coordinate, Amaria? 1. Good. Gisela, the y?
0.
Good. For the next one, Donna, sorry?
2.
Yes. And for the next one, the y coordinate, Tyler?
1.
Good. For the x coordinate, Kendrick?
3.
And for the y coordinate, Jenna?
1.
1.5.
Yeah.
Yes, what you do is you do -1/2, because the y is negative, and then plus 2, which would be 4/2, so that's 3/2, which is 1.5. Good. The x coordinate, Berkeley,
1.
and the y coordinate, Cameron.
1 3/4.
Very good. Questions on those? Okay, what's the horizontal asymptote, Gisela?
It's 2.
So it's y equals 2. Okay, we're going to graph these new ones. So 0, -2, 1 0, 2 1, 3 1.5, and 4 1 3/4. Grow through decay. It's growth. It's going up. Yeah. All right. Domain, Cameron.
-.
Yeah. Range, Amaria. The lowest point on the y. How far down does it go? Yep. And so -infinity. And what's the highest place it goes to?
2.
2. Good. Yeah, that's that. Okay, we got one more. Okay, so I'm going to start this little negative right here. What does that negative do, Kendrick?
The x-axis replaced.
Yep. Which variable does that change? The y. It changes the sign of the y. Okay, then you should also see, and I can't forget that I've got to include this in the other part too, but you also see that negative, that blue negative in front of the x. So what's that, Jose? What does that do? The x plus, -x+3, that'll be a shift. But just this little negative, what does that do? Negative in front of the x.
Y-axis.
Yep, it's a y-axis reflection. And that's going to change the x coordinate to the opposite. Let's do red this time. So now all of that. So negative x plus 3 equals 0. So if I solve that, it's negative x equals negative 3. So that's x equals 3. So how's that going to shift? Yep. Good. And what's the plus 1 do? Shifts down 1. So 1/2 to